a lot of skirmish, a lot of team fight, very fast, oriented lineup.
Yeah, we're going to have to see what they do with this lineup. I guess, especially running it with God King, you know, someone who's kind of been left out of the DPC, oddly enough. I think, you know, he's had a little bit of a tough road ever since the change from him to Ghost over on RNG. You know, I really wonder what he brings to the table, how much there is in him to kind of want to show off, right? So we'll take a look. We'll see what he can do. This Nature's Prophet is certainly one of those heroes that he's got some comfort on. Trail of the Burning Doom, bugged cosmetic. Look at it. It's on the staff. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I love it. Bleak Hallucination. We got to see somebody with it soon enough. You know, maybe when we get to those Div 2 games,
I
we'll
need
see
to buy
FY.
this. I need to buy this one for you. It's you know, it's expensive, not that expensive. Gonna sell all my inventory.
Look who's on the autograph. It was Webos.
Really?
I know that guy.
Well, yeah, we work with this guy.
Man, that must be cool. You're the autograph that caused the cosmetic. It's you know, always nice to get a little bit of the bugged cosmetics out there, and I like the set here on the Primal Beast. We were seeing a lot of this mid Primal Beast, so Knight up against Paparazzi here. It's a tough matchup when you're going up against Paparazzi, but I don't know if this hero really screams Paparazzi to me.
You have a gigantic dinosaur, and the other guy's called Tiny. I think he should be fine in this matchup. Tiny can't really burst him. Primal Beast has a lot of strength gain per level, 4.3 for whatever reason, so you're never going to be afraid of this Tiny's combo. You get way too much HP, and you're going to be the one harassing top lane. DY.
Icarus dive away and just getting out of the tower. Ghost on this Drow Ranger, and you know, I'm interested to see. We haven't seen many Drows in the Chinese region just yet, but I'm interested to see what he brings to the table on this one, and what he's going to do with what's around him. And, you know, I've talked about Ghost in the past. I'm going to admit it right now. I was super critical of Ghost. Coming into when he took over for God King on RNG, I was hyper-critical. Because prior to that, I truthfully didn't see anything that was super impressive from him. But I think after that season he took over, he felt very comfortable. And they might be able to get a kill here onto the Viper. They'll take out Zhao Yu. DY drawing first blood, so you know, you can see the combinations here, and I think Ghost, he's now with Xtreme, and I think he's got to kind of find himself again with this roster, but he's got a lot of veterans that can really lead the way, especially when you've got a support duo like PYW and DY.
Yeah, they've been playing together for quite some time. They know how to use that 4 and 5, but yeah, Ghost has been pretty good, I would say, and this top lane not going well for EHOME. They definitely need to fix it. Usually you don't want to lose a lane with Viper, and this is also losing a lane to position 5 Phoenix. Well, not one of the stronger position 5s out there.
We haven't seen much Phoenix yet, but I'm interested to see also how this Viper does. I feel like Zhao Yu, you know, we've seen Viper on Jiangyu, who had himself not the best game on a Viper. So I feel like that's the bottom bar was that game, and we'll see what Zhao Yu can do with this this Viper moving forward. I'm trying to look at these lanes and seeing where EHOME can kind of take advantage, and to me, I think the most interesting is, of course, God King. I think when you're the stand-in, you're the stand-out, right? You need
stand
to kind of
stand out.
Yeah, you need to kind of prove yourself, right? And there's probably a chip on his shoulder with where he's at in the moment of the DPC, not really having a team. You want to be able to show off a little bit.
LWW, he's dead.
Yeah, that arrow hits, that arrow connects, and PYW able to take out LWW. A lot of double U's, and they'll have a second kill on the board.
For Marana in the end. And
yeah,
PYW already lurking around the mid lane, thinking about it. I'm not sure if they can get this kill. Maybe with the toss back onto tower, but very difficult task to ask.
So Zhao Yu, I believe, TPing back to the Tier 1 tower. And, you know, you've got Salad here. We've talked a lot about Salad. I feel like he's been the MVP for me on EHOME. Certainly showing a lot of probably the longest standing veteran. Not on EHOME, but, like, in the Chinese region. Talked about it last time, the fact that he had played with every newbie org or newbie roster, and you know he's definitely shown up and being quite impressive the last few days that we've been watching EHOME so far.
Oh, good dive on the top lane. Zhao Yu in a lot of trouble.
Snowball pulling in the Viper, so that'll hit on DY, but the right click's coming in from Ghost. They're going to look. They got to focus somebody out, and I think it's going to be Zhao Yu first, but they'll lose DY, and now Salad is going to 1v1 against Ghost, and I think Ghost under the tower should be fine, but that is a trade where Ghost gets a kill on the offlaner, and he's not too
It's a good trade.
Yeah.
Phoenix died first. Ghost manages to get some solo XP in this one, getting closer to level 6, and that's what's important. Get the farm on Ghost. DY brings some extra region to the top lane, and JT bottom, we didn't talk too much about this bottom lane. Timbersaw, 22 CS. He's having a really good time playing against the Nature's Prophet and the Treants. The way they set up the lanes, the way they drafted for themselves on Xtreme Gaming, they're setting themselves up for a really good early game.
Interesting to look at God King. He was going Wand, straight Maelstrom, no boots. And, you know, when you're looking at God King, you try to think, what's he going to do that you can disassemble, right? I feel like that's always the shout with God King.
Nothing with the Nature's Prophet. We've seen a lot of Nature's Prophet carries in Chinese region. Most of the time is Hand of Midas into Maelstrom. But this time around, God King, he is going for Maelstrom straight away. I guess he wanted to have something in the lane that could like potentially threaten a kill on Timbersaw, since Javelin is magical damage, but it just doesn't work. I've seen
mid-lane.
Mid-lane.
Yeah, they've got the Snowball coming in. Paparazzi in some trouble. Good shards placed by Salad. They've also got the Glimpse back. So Paparazzi, with 3 heroes around him, gets the Avalanche off and gets the kill onto Knight before he goes down to Salad. PYW will try to take out LWW in return. A leap over to the kinetic field, and there's the last hit. So he gets himself a return kill. It's a 2-for-1 in the favor of Xtreme Gaming, and I'm just shocked that the Tiny was able to kill off the Primal Beast right before that.
Yeah, he was holding onto that Avalanche for a very long time, and Zhao Yu on the top lane really struggling. 18 CS. Mid lane going in a favor of Tiny by quite a lot. He's sitting at 28 and 12. Primal Beast sitting at only 18 and 5.
Knight coming in. Top lane, there's the charge in, and they've got the kill on the Ghost. They'll take out the Drow, they'll look over at DY, the trample from Knight ends, and well, one more right click from Salad. And he's got himself a double kill, moving and making a lot happen with this Tusk already, so you could see that things for Salad, he's trying to help out the team. They might be able to even get a kill here onto PYW as he takes out a courier, but he goes onto the cliff, knocked down by Knight. Leap over to the low ground again, and then far enough away to get away from Salad.
It was a good rotation from Knight. He's been losing the lane in terms of CS, but this good rotation gives him quite a bit of XP, and they also killed Drow Ranger. Meanwhile, LWW trying to collect some XP on a mid lane while Knight is going to be there. This JT Timbersaw will create a lot of issues. We can see Nature's Prophet already jungling, and this tower is pretty dead.
Pulverize, and a kill there on a PYW thanks to LWW. They've been interacting quite a bit. And Knight, he's looked pretty good. I think, in my eyes, kind of similar to the way I thought about Ghost when he was on RNG. You know, Knight used to go by the name Y-Chen. I don't know if that rings any bells for anybody, but he was playing for IGV back in the day, Team Max. Had played on a couple of clubs like Team Ever that just really weren't in the mix when it comes to Div 1 China. So you think about it, and he's been really proving himself as he gets in the Pulverize onto the Tiny. LWW falls to DY. They'll trade Paparazzi, which is an all right trade for them as DY looks to dive away. The shards getting some damage out, and DY one shot from dead. He might kill himself for the neutrals if he gets the opportunity.
He does have a healing salve. He's going to be okay.
Ooh. Salad, Snowball on cooldown. So he's able to make the escape. Just salves himself, doesn't even sacrifice for the neutrals.
Great arrow by PYW.
Yeah, landing it onto Knight. PYW getting a kill there onto the Primal Beast.
It's a solo kill, and he's going to be level 6 before 9-minute mark. So that's pretty good. Paparazzi TPing in, giving him a bottle charge. He's like, here you go, bro. You deserved it.
Take a sip. Snowball again, top lane. Wrath of Nature comes in from God King. Ghost on the run. They've got the Viper not diving, but JT's here with the Moonlight Shadow. Like you said, that level 6 for the Mirana could make all the difference as JT gets the kill on a Salad, taking away a dominating spree this early in the game away from the Tusk. And you can see JT sitting top of the net worth. So Xtreme up 2K. And we were wondering about God King, and he's going Sans Midas, which is surprising. One of the things I talk about God King is when he originally came onto the scene, he trialed for Newbie. Didn't know who he was. Played like, I want to say 14 games for Newbie. Lost them all. And
great start.
He played Terrorblade first item Midas every single game throughout that trial. And he's definitely improved as a player since then, and I think he's gotten a lot more comfortable in the Tier 1 scene.
Making a move.
Yeah, God King, ooh, that Avalanche going to be a little bit short from Paparazzi. Goes over into the trees. The arrow connects. Ooh, so now they have an opportunity to get this kill. Starstorm down, has the treants around him, but it's not looking like he's going to be too safe.
Another avalanche?
No. TP's to the
man,
Tier 2 tower.
Uncharacteristic mistake there from Paparazzi. First missing the avalanche, and then not getting it. Like, he used the toss way too early, so avalanche was not available. He also put a second point in toss. If he had another point in avalanche, those 4 extra seconds less would definitely make a difference.
Yeah, it could have been a big kill there on God King, but he's able to survive and continuing to farm up. He's sitting second on the net worth behind JT, and now he's over here in the triangle. So, do you like this? It was straight wand Maelstrom, no Midas. You think the farm that he's getting is more than enough to make up for the Midas deficit?
We already talked about the other day, like, why is Nature's Prophet going for a hand of Midas? It's Nature's Prophet's strength gain, agility, like stats gain overall is pretty damn good. One of the better heroes overall, and his talents are insanely good. Level 15, level 20 talent, the 20 mostly. Oh,
Ghost mid. There's the roll in, and the Walrus Punch with the Static Storm committed. That's an easy kill on Ghost. They've got some rotations. Paparazzi comes through, but an Icarus dive into the Pulverize, and now they'll go to the Supernova. Zhao Yu trying to right-click this. Oh, just goes off in the nick of time. And they're going to get the kill on Zhao Yu as well as Salad. So that is not what they were expecting. The commit to the Supernova not going to be enough. And, well, with that, Paparazzi's going to be able to afford a Blink Dagger. And I think, well, the gates are open, and here we go.
They also were very close to denying the egg. They group around the egg and wanted to attack it, but figure out it's not going to be enough. Egg goes off. This is the problem that they're going to have. There is no real egg hitters in this EHOME's lineup. Yeah, Nature's Prophet can do some Viper, as we've seen. Like, Primal Beast does not want to do it, neither does Starsk nor Disruptor, so this is going to be a huge issue. If DY starts to get more levels when he gets to that level 2 Supernova, this is going to be a huge issue.
Yeah, who's really the scrambler here for the side of EHOME? As time goes on, it like you said, it's going to get more difficult. Could be tough. Xtreme Gaming with a 2K lead. They're moving over towards top, but so is EHOME. JT in the tree, Salad, and LWW over nearby. And with that, JT, Timber Chain away. The rest of the team not coming over, so it looks like they're just going to concede the Tier 1 tower.
They have to let this one go. Even though Timbersaw usually loves to take these fights, he's still afraid. He has only Cloak, so not that much of a tankiness coming out from him. One good glimpse into Static Storm is going to be more than enough. Also, Zhao Yu. Ooh.
Blink, Avalanche, toss. Quick kill on a Salad. LWW going to be next. Quick 1-2 punch there from Xtreme Gaming.
Climb high ground, pay the price. I wanted to say that Zhao Yu does not have a point in Nether Toxin, and he's playing against both Drow Ranger and Timbersaw. It's effective against Timbersaw if you get it early, so he can't get any stacks, but if he already has maximum number of stacks, it's really not that great.
So going without it for now is Knight with the TP attempt. And he's gone. The Blink was the right idea. I believe that Avalanche would have hit, but not in time. He was close. But that only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades. Mid-tier 1 in some trouble. God King just trying to siege it real quick. Salad also nearby if they want to make a jump. But they've got 3 heroes for the side of Xtreme, with Drow just sitting bot, Ghost staying away from the fights, and they'll go to the Moonlight Shadow, Shards, and the Dust on a Paparazzi. So he's still looking for his opportunity to blink in, but they won't be moving in just yet.
Tower at 50 HP. PYW will deny it. They get some gold from it.
So, is the 2K lead really indicative of how the game feels right now? Or is it EHOME much closer and kind of keeping up to where they should be?
If EHOME wins the next team fight, now that they killed Tier 1 Tower on a mid lane, they could easily go to Roche. There is a point in tag team. Nature's Prophet does have decent amount of right-click damage. So, could be Roshan if they take fight at the top part of the map. Right now, just hiding in the
God
trees.
King, ooh, I think he got caught. Avalanche arrow all in, and God King goes down. The Gwen experience not surviving, and it looks like everybody's just going to TP away. I say that, but Knight ends up stopping the TP from this Tiny, and Paparazzi, oh, Sunray is there in time, and it will keep the Tiny alive. I feel like EHOME could have committed a little bit more for that.
I was about to say it. Knight going in, did not want to pop his Arcane Rune in the bottle with, I'd say, 1 Pulverize, this Tiny dies. So a little surprising there. They gave way too much respect to Phoenix Egg.
Yeah, certainly giving a lot of respect to it, and that is meaning that Paparazzi survives. He's been trying to use this Blink Dagger and has done so pretty effectively around the map. Snowball comes in at a Ghost. God King is here. The Shards are on the money, but a good gust from Ghost. Sunray on him. That's not going to be enough to keep him alive, though. The Sunray on Salad with nothing really following it up at the moment means, well, they can just back away for free and take that kill on Ghost.
2 points in Sunray, not enough. Once EHOME gets the BKB on Primal Beast, that's going to be their next big timing. This is where they're going to seek the fight, because there are not many, like, they don't have really anything that goes through BKB, nothing that the Primal Beast is afraid of. There is Supernova, but yeah, he doesn't really care too much about it.
And this is just the standard build, right? You see this every time on Primal Beast. First item, BKB. Really isn't much variation.
You want to get that as fast as possible, because you're super tanky. With the BKB, you feel almost unkillable. You get 2 rounds of your spells. That means 2 heroes are pretty much dead. Zhao, we've seen some Vipers in Chinese region struggling to find some farm. It was supposed to be a lane dominator, but I think overall, over the time, players got much better understanding how to play the lane against Viper. And right now, he's sitting at 2 raid bands, going for a mech, full Guardian Greaves, and a 4 staff. So he's not going to be that scaling Viper with the Tread Spike BKB, playing more of a utility role.
And that kind of fits what they have right now, right? Like, that's what they want, is just the kind of utility. You've got the hard hitter of God King already. When Primal Beast gets this BKB, like, they fill those roles. So, like, yeah, you probably want Viper to have a better start, but I think him falling back into utility isn't the worst thing in the world for them.
Definitely not. It's less of a scaling, but you have Nature's Prophet and Primal Beast. These 2 heroes scale extremely well into the late game. Primal Beast can go for different itemization, whether we're talking about the Aghanim Scepter, build the Shiva's Guard. This hero gets very annoying, the Refresher. The more items you get, you just feel like, especially with the Refresher Axe build, you having a break against Drow Ranger and the Timber Saw. I think this might be... he's also going to need some extra armor, so maybe a casual plate mail that he's going to turn into Shivas, and EHOME, they're going to smoke.
Yeah, 3-man smoke, LWW with Salad and Knight, so they certainly have the catch on this one. PYW on the high ground with Paparazzi, the Blink and the Snowball, but the Blink Avalanche comes out with the Walrus Punch. The arrow lands onto the Disruptor. They get the kill into LWW, but they end up losing Ghost. So a 1-for-1 so far. JT making the rotation. They've got the Sunray. They're under the Shroud of the Moonlight Shadow. They're looking to maybe find a jump, but these heroes are just out of their reach. So EHOME get the better kill.
Surprised that EHOME managed to get a kill out of this one, considering that Xtreme Gaming was holding the high ground. The last time this happened, they did manage to kill 2 heroes and left with no casualties whatsoever.
Yeah, the Wrath of Nature doing a lot of damage in that fight, about 2k, so...
There's something that Synderen said on a panel is them having a lot of, like, damage bounces from the Primal Beast. These heroes are very good at playing from Fog, because you have Wrath of Nature, you have Snowball, Primal Beast charging in, 1 glimpse if they catch any vision of you into Static Storm, Viper on, like, it's just a very difficult lineup to play into. They can show up 5 heroes pretty much out of nowhere.
Arrow gonna hit an illusion. Yeah, and with this Blink Dagger for Salad, it feels like they could just make these crazy jumps. Let's see if he was looking for it. He activated the tag team and was thinking about going in, but now that maybe look over at Paparazzi, they are nearby. Just on the edge, and this OBS, I believe, caught Paparazzi a moment ago, but you only exactly see him at the moment. And now Paparazzi's going to go in with the Avalanche. They do have a save, though. Arrow comes in. They won't be able to use it. Oh, Salad a little bit late. Supernova's used, so they'll start to retreat on this one. They'll look for the TP out, but Salad hit with the Yule, so they'll be staying close. Timber Chain over. JT with the Chakram on top of this Tusk as he'll snowball to the back lines, looking over at the Mirana. The Walrus Punch is used, but the damage isn't there, and it's kind of just almost tricking Knight to come back in. He should just leave this fight. It's a little bit close. They won't jump on him, but the indecisiveness is a little bit worrying if you're an EHOME fan.
Surprised EHOME didn't bring more numbers into this fight, because they have 2 BKBs. They're definitely fight ready. One was just finished on Nature's Prophet, and he's ready to go.
He's trying to get into that Gleipnir, 2,000 ahead of the next hero, and they're in a Roche, so EHOME, off a fight that doesn't go their way, they'll try to pick themselves up in Aegis, get themselves an advantage in this game, maybe feeling the fact that they are falling behind more and more, and they are down 4,000 at the moment.
Using this information that there's no egg available, straight into Roche, so Xtreme Gaming, they will not contest this one. Get it for free. Viper finishing off Guardian Greaves. It's going to give them more tankiness, item that we're going to see, I think, in every single game from now on. There's going to be very rare game where there's not going to be like one Guardian Greaves. Eventually, like even position 5s started to buy it. We've seen some Snapfire 5s that if they get a decent amount of farm, they are able to get not just the mech, but the full Guardian Greaves as well.
Yeah, certainly a hero like Snap in the 5 that can farm up and find some space. In the proper lineups, you get a open lane for just a moment, and all of a sudden, Scatterblast Cookie, clean up some creeps, and bing, bang, boom, you got yourself Guardian Greaves. It's just that easy. So with this Aegis, we'll see what they want to do in terms of moves here for EHOME. You know, I'm still kind of thinking about the stand-in aspect of this, right? You know, when you're working with this Aegis, when you're working with a hero like Nature's Prophet, the communication that you want to talk about and making these moves, and what have you seen from EHOME so far? Have you liked what they're putting together at the moment?
Yeah, they've been okay. They've been on constant 2k gold disadvantage, but the moves that they're making, it's good. The read that they have, and also having a standing that plays carry. I don't think that's actually the best role, pretty much, because he's left alone right now. He's gonna be able to TP
snowball, but JT's got the BKB. They're gonna have Ghost on the back lines with the Static Storm coming down. They get the kill on a Salad. They'll take out the Tusk. Over to the side though, with BKB being popped by Knight, he'll TP away. And EHOME, unfortunately, as they started to approach those steps, Xtreme Gaming were all there.
Xtreme Gaming holding the high ground and also being able to break any smokes that EHOME, like they tried to do it like 3 times, got caught. Nature's Prophet, he does have that Aegis for another 3 minutes, but we still have not seen him in action. Very close to Road of Atos. Road of Atos by being full Gleipnir.
So here comes the Tusk, just as that tier 1 drops. They've got the Glimpse. Who's this pulling back? Paparazzi. They've got the Snowball. They'll have the Walrus Punch. Here comes God King, and there's no way for Paparazzi to get out. That's a 6-time spree going the way of Zhao Yu. Good kill to pick up a lot of gold here for the Viper, who, like you said, didn't exactly have the best start, which was evident on the screen, but you know, you could see in the net worth too that he is falling further and further behind from the other cores, so getting a kill like that is certainly nice.
It's big. His BKB timing will also be delayed. This is something we don't see, but Paparazzi decided to buy Ogre Axe while still have an Echo Saber available, so that's going to delay his BKB timing, especially with this death.
Yeah, not disassembling. In a game with God King. I'm shocked. I'm surprised. Sunray on Knight. DY. Just toying with him. Nobody really around. They've got a couple of heroes stationed at the bottom tier 2. And then, of course, Paparazzi coming back alive. JT, he is second on the net worth now, behind God King by 4,000 net worth. Like, God King, where is he finding this farm?
It's Nature's Prophet. I think Nature's Prophet, carry. Lena's probably one of the best, if not the best farmer in the game right now with the build that she's going for. The Falcon Blade Maelstrom, constant 7 stacks of Fiery Soul. But Nature's Prophet, he can be anywhere. Wherever he sees an opportunity to farm, he's the one that also has this like built-in regeneration, TP back if he ever feels like he needs to heal up. He's level 18 compared to Drow Ranger's level 16.
Yeah, he's doing really well, and I talked about how maybe he's got this chip on his shoulder. You know, there's a complete difference here. You said carry, great role to have a stand-in if need be. We saw a stand-in of OP in the 4 position. Yeah. You know, OP a natural mid player going into the 4, and he's the coach, so it's a lot tougher to just slot in. Where right now we're seeing God King doing a much better job in terms of slotting. It's a typical carry
mentality where you are just playing on your own.
In.
Now he's going to join.
And they're going to go through. They've got Ghost over to the side, maybe to get this damage out. Knight with BKB looking for the Pulverize. God King getting the kill on a Paparazzi off and over to the side. They get the Pulverize out. It's on a JT. Maybe not doing a lot of damage, but the Sunray onto Zhao Yu. He cannot get out. JT blows him up. And they'll take out the Viper. They also got a kill on a Salad. They'll look over maybe for more. God King trying to get out of this one. The TP, the Gust, just not in time. And he TPs over bottom to continue farming. Oh, LWW! Just so much damage from JT. And the arrow a little bit just late. Just surviving, getting back to base. A couple of these heroes by the skin of their teeth getting out of the fight. And with this too, God King, Aegis is going to expire. He'll regen up, but still maybe not the best usage of that full Aegis, right?
They didn't get too much out of that Aegis, and we can see some damage numbers. Still, Nature's Prophet on top of that. Very hard to match up the damage that he does. This Witchblade, the overtime damage, and we're going to see that again. This fight was on 2 different fronts pretty much.
You can see the top end of the fight happening at the same time where they're getting a kill on a Paparazzi and, you know, at the same time, Salad goes down to Paparazzi. But it was that combination of having the Tusk as well as the Nature's Prophet to get that. And now we'll look over as Sunray pushing them away.
Good Gust there to stop Knight from getting on top of the Drow Ranger. BKB was not available. Primal Beast, Knight, he does have almost enough money to buy full Aghanim Scepter. This is going to be break mechanic against the Drow Ranger, against Timbersaw, and some also extra damage. It's a lot of text.
Right. If you want to get all that text in.
I think the biggest one is Shard on Skywrath Mage.
Yeah.
This is just like, all right, I need to take a minute. Give me 5.
Let me pause this game right now. Don't go when ready. Can I just get a second?
And Nature's Prophet just hit level 20. As you've seen, the Sprout Leash's talent, one of the, I'd say, better 20 talents in the game, especially against the Timbersaw. Like Timbersaw, Mirana, they're not going to be able to get away from the trouble.
So, I have a test. You know, you say that shard has a lot of information on it. Do you think you could go up to any of the talent and they could just write the entirety of it? How much? Like, what's the percentage you think every talent would get? I would say about 50% of it right.
I think that's
written word for word.
I think that's about right.
That might be the next little bit of content, seeing who could do that. And if you want to just bail out and give us the Skywrath taunt, that's fine too. The prediction taunt. By the way, the Drow this game went for the Frost Arrow damage. I know we've talked about the plus 15% Gust self-movement speed at times for Drow. How do you feel about the 15 Frost Arrow damage compared to the other
It was a different game, because yesterday it was against Ursa, and the Gust self-movement speed, like, did allow Drow Ranger. We're talking about the OG series, where it did allow Drow Ranger to maneuver in the middle, like these mid-game fights. It's a good talent, but most of the time you're going to see Frost Arrow damage.
Moonlight Shadow, they've got the Yules into the arrow on a Salad. Sunray on him. Have the damage to get the kill before he's able to get out? No, Force Staff back, and now with the BKB on JT, though, Salad has no target to go into the snowball for the moment. Avalanche as well as the toss. It throws PYW over onto Salad. Paparazzi gets the kill onto the Tusk. So never really had a chance to just hold out and snowball, but they get the kill there onto the Tusk, and they 5-man smoke. They want more. They really, really want more on this one. They might find themselves Knight. They come through.
Knight's ready to
BKB
go.
into the Static Storm. LWW, a well-placed Static Storm, but the BKBs come out from the side of Xtreme Gaming. They're starting to get out with the Onslaught. Toss up into the air. It's onto the Viper. Supernova used. A lot used here for Xtreme Gaming. A couple of BKBs come out from EHOME. But do they have the opportunity to go for this? As Salad's over to the side with the Walrus Punch, as well as now the Shards. Ooh, PYW locked in, but they've got the leap. He gets glimpsed back, and that's going to be a kill here for the side of EHOME. They look over as the Pulverize lands onto JT. Knight getting another one, and 2 kills there for the side of EHOME.
Xtreme Gaming using 2 BKBs and an egg, so they're like, well, it's time to go for us. Next, Roshan gonna respawn in 30 seconds, so that's gonna take some time. EHOME will still have enough time to get Roshan before Timbersaw respawns. He does have a buyback if they decide to take the fight, but they have no vision. EHOME just devoted it after they killed Tusk. Salad immediately pinked out. They have a ward. After they win a fight, they instantly devoured that spot.
Yeah, kind of understanding where the vision came for the first part of that fight, right?
Yeah.
So Roche up now. And he's holding an Aegis, a Shard. And they're going to go in. Look at the damage numbers here. You can see God King doing a lot. Not really feeling the presence of Ghost just yet, but maybe in those high ground defenses or sieges, we can see Ghost starting to output more. That arrow's not really a deterrent. God King's going to get his hands on a second Aegis. Also, the Curse of the Old Growth.
It's we've seen this Shard being picked up mostly from the offlane. Yesterday when Zai played, it was a different kind of a build. Shard into Aghanim Scepter. A lot of damage, being very annoying. There's still a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane, very low, however. God King already there, ready to take it. And he's very close to also having Scotty. Scotty against the range carries like a Drow Ranger, healing coming out from Timbersaw, the Sunray. Once they get this item, like you can feel that the EHOME's feeling themselves right now.
Yeah, they've got themselves a little bit of a net worth lead. Blink now on the Primal Beast, so Knight's going to be trying to jump in with that Ags, activate that Uproar, and go in on this. Pushing out bottom with the Pulverize, and when that Blink ships out, he's then now going for the Refresher Orb. Ooh, We'll see how he works with that. And you can see, wow, gosh. I feel like every time I look at the net worth, I'm more and more shocked. Like, I get that Nature's Prophet is one of those heroes that can move around the map and get a lot of farm, but he is so much more farm than the Drow. Look at that.
That's
a lot.
It's the Shard from... Just kidding now. He's getting way too much farm. And the next item seems to be Satanic on the menu. Great itemization, I must say, coming out from God King. Understanding where the threat is coming from, getting that AC against the Drow Ranger with pierces through the base armor, so he will also tanking up his own teammates. Ghost, he hits level 20, going all in on damage. BKB is next on the menu, very close to it, needs 100 gold.
Plus 25% multi-shot damage, so he's got himself some extra damage coming through, and with that BKB, maybe we'll feel more confident to engage in these fights. And we see the Hex coming through for the Timbersaw too, so, you know, this is an item we're seeing more and more of. It feels like standard build for a lot of offlaners. Avalanche toss, Static Storm is used, 4-step away, Salad. The tree toss Adam's gonna get the kill with the crit. Knight with the onslaught back out of the high ground across the river. They get themselves one kill. Salad, he doesn't have buyback. And the rest of Xtreme Gaming are looking to chase. They'll glimpse away JT, so the chase from Xtreme will end. But they get themselves one. And for now, that's it. Meanwhile, God King farming bot. He wants to go into the MKB.
This is like third time that Salad died to 3-throw. Nothing to use the snowball on. I'm not sure if Blank was available or not, or he did not expect it. Maybe he's like, yeah, I'm not going to die to it, but Tiny lands a 900 crit. This is a big one. This is Tiny farming his Aghanim Scepter. So playing against the Nature's Prophet could be beneficial. If he uses Sprout on someone, you can use those trees for 3 volley.
Free trees. Always nice. We've seen it at times, the tree volley, when you got the Chrysalis, just heroes die instantly.
You don't even need a Crystallis. Like, we've seen, I think during the DPC last season, it was Liquid Mickey was the one. I'm not sure if he's the one who pioneered, but he was the one that I saw it from first. He was rushing Ags, like Blink and Ags. Sometimes he threw in an Echo Saber, which he disassembled.
Oh boy, Salad. Looked like maybe they want to make the jump here from Xtreme after that Snowball Shard combo. Oh, smoke right next to Xtreme Gaming. They're going to go in. They've got themselves a Hex. It's going to be on a Salad. They silence him up. They've got the Sunray right on top of him. Salad ends up dropping. The Uproar is going to be activated. They've already taken out Zhao Yu. So PYW with the second kill. This is another fight without God King in the mix. And maybe understanding that the fights are already lost, he TPs down to the bottom lane and gets out of there. So he's already farming. He's pushing. He's looking to get himself to a spot in which maybe Xtreme can't really respond to him.
They definitely did not expect this to happen because they smoked. They didn't think Xtreme Gaming was going to be there with all their members. And yeah, what a move. Now they're pushing into Aegis. And every single time they kill this Tusk, they understand that if Tusk gets any of his spells, the BKB piercing ability, the potential snowball save, they had Salad's number throughout this whole game.
Yeah, Salad has died 9 times. That is a lot for Salad.
One sad salad, yeah.
Yeah, you know, no croutons, no dressing.
Nothing, it's just the salad.
It's just the lettuce. Is it Napa lettuce? Is it romaine? Who knows? Is it chopped? Not right now. So it feels like another Aegis here for EHOME kind of comes up flat. And Xtreme, it's very interesting to see how they react when the other team has the Aegis, right? Like the way that they've been playing with the 2 Aegises against them has been very particular and very perfect. I think the fights that they're taking are super calculated, and it's led them to be at a spot that they're in right now.
They're dodging the fights where EHOME wants to group up, go together, TP in with the Aegis Prophet. And as you said, these 2 Aegis usages were pretty much for nothing. Xtreme Gaming playing really well around Aegis, and he did disassemble that Echo Saber, got that Ags, and going into Daedalus. Oh my god, this could be big. Paparazzi with double damage on Tiny and Aghanims. He also found himself a Titan Sliver. 20 extra base damage, because why not?
Heart of the cards, heart of the neutrals. Allows you to really start to output that damage. 450 plus 141. Just a casual 591. Easy damage. And that is with a double damage in the bottle right now. Once he takes that explosive sip, things could get out of control. Maybe a team wipe with a tree volley.
I could see it happen. You got to be very careful. See those crits. 1k crits without double damage. And this is without Daedalus. He's getting very close. Needs 1k gold. They know something is up. They know exactly where Xtreme Gaming are. Right now pushing bottom. EHOME doing the same on top.
Yeah, just trying to maybe get EHOME to come back, and they're doing the same thing, hoping Xtreme jump back, and they're actually going to send Paparazzi over here, but he throws one tree and clears up the creep wave, so simple. Very simple. Whoa. God King wants Satanic. I'm just wondering what he does afterwards.
He's way too farmed. 31k on this Aegis
possible?
Prophet. Yes, he just sells power treads at that point. Doesn't need to move. Will have level 25 talent anyway. He did sell his Witchblade, which is pretty interesting. I mean, Witchblade does the initial hit, gives him pierce through evasion. He decided to go for Monkey King. A lot of armor on especially Drow Ranger, right now sitting at 42, which is 71% physical resistance. Same goes for Timbersaw, so he wants to be able to deal some magical damage through it.
Timeless Relic for both teams. And I believe there was a Spell Prism that is taken by JT. So, Timeless Relic onto the Primal Beast. Is this the hero you think it should go to?
They don't have anyone better. He was holding Havoc Hammer, which is kind of a meh for tier 4 items. It's cool because you can push people with the Onslaught with that, but it's more of a meme.
Wow, I didn't realize LWW is level 13. That is
He had a rough one.
Yeah, I mean, considering Salad has 9 deaths, I'm shocked that LWW sitting. He is in the pause 6 right now. Moonlight Shadow, jump in. JT with the BKB. They're going to go in with the Supernova. Look at the damage from the volley! Spiking it down and putting it all over EHOME. Salad, God King, Knight, all gone in the blink of an eye.
And he doesn't have a buyback. This is game. They can go in and end the game. They're going to poke, see what happens with Nature's Prophet, but he invested everything in Satanic, and yeah, I believe this game's just donezo. 79 seconds for Nature's Prophet. You're playing against the Drow Ranger, Tiny, that has 600 damage per hit.
Man, doing it like a volleyball game as well. Just 3 hits is all it needs to take out all 3 of those heroes. It's the set, it's the spike, and just, well, EHOME, night-night. Not really much for them to be able to do in this game with no Nature's Prophet. We'll see if they'll hold on. It doesn't look like they're going to call GG at the moment. They still have 50 seconds without God King. But Xtreme, they're ready to take most of the base, if not all of the racks here. They certainly have the time.
I thought they were going to go for finish, but still, you know, maybe respecting a potential buyback from Nature's Prophet. You can't really tell how much gold this hero has. Like, if you see his item, you're like, yeah, he probably has buyback. There's no way that he invested everything, but sometimes it can be tricky. Right now, God King standing at 200 gold.
Yeah. That seems about right for God King, investing all out. You know, whether or not that is a save or not for him is a little bit rough as LWW gets taken out by JT. They're going to go for more. The tree volley right on top of Zhao Yu. They've got buyback on both these heroes. They'll look for Sal to toss up into the air, and they clean him up. Paparazzi just outputting so much damage. They buyback on both supports. And Zhao Yu, he's got buyback. They probably want to go for it. Roche is up, but they're just going to go in. They've got the Hex. God King in trouble. Snowball's going to bring God King right into the mix. They go for the Supernova. They'll pop the egg. They'll look for the right clicks. God King with a Satanic. They get the kill on a BYW. They're taking out both supports, and down goes JT.
Paparazzi.
God King with a triple kill, but there's the tree volley. Paparazzi ultra kill for God King, and they want to go for Ghost. They've got the Snowball. They're trying to keep up, and the arrow comes in. That's going to miss Salad, but the right click damage coming in from Ghost as well as BYW being there. They get the kill on a Salad. They'll take it the Tusk, and they'll look for more. Onslaught comes in, but they've got the Glaive here from God King. The right click damage from the high ground. Can he get there to help out? They'll have Knight moving forward, PYW as well as Ghost. Ghost uses that 4-step to get up onto the high ground. They'll buy back on the Phoenix, and with that Sunray, they'll deter the side of EHOME, who semi-hold, but it's still very rough for EHOME as it costs them so much to come back in that fight.
7,000 damage done by Nature's Prophet, 6,000 damage done by Tiny, 6 by Drow Ranger. These heroes just explode. I would not love to be a support in this hero in this game anymore, because you die instantly. It's just not fun.
Yeah, you can see a couple of supports in this replay that are going to die instantly. I thought for a second God King being in that position was going to be rough, but we'll go back to live because they're right by Roche. They'll go to the Glaive near God King. He's all by himself. Where is anybody? He's going to go down. He's dead for 100.
Doesn't have enough money for buyback. There is a Bounty Rune bottom and a Bounty Rune top if someone wants to get in there and pick it up. So he's going to have enough, but they need to pick up 2 bounties, which is a bit of a difficult task to ask. So Ghost picking up Aghanim Scepter from Roshan. Yeah, and he just got level 25 as well, so extra 12% on marksmanship, which brings it down to, what is that, 52% chance.
Oh, just 50-50. That's not a high percentage at all. So let's go back to this. God King.
What could possibly go wrong?
Going for Roche by myself. Let me just be in here, and yeah, like, you can see God King. He's like, all right, I gambled,
no.
I gambled.
I did not see that everyone else is alive.
I love God King. He doesn't. The emotion he shows is never really too crazily upset, but you could tell he's all in on it. And triple 4-staff back here for Tusk all the way back into the base.
Now there's 2 Bounty Runes. I'm surprised that he didn't ping it out for someone to get in there and try to pick up Bounty Runes, because it would be enough. 30 seconds without God King means yeah, they're playing against Mega Creeps.
They're smoked up like they want to make a move here, but I feel like making a move without God King is asking to just get swept. And they're going to go in with Pulverize with BKBs. They've got themselves the Walrus Punch, the damage coming out of the Drow. You got to remember, though, there's an Aegis. Tree Volley comes through. JT gets the kill on the Salad, and they don't even get the first life out of the hands of this Drow. But under the Static Storm, that will do it. Toss up into the air, another one for good measure, and they get Knight. He doesn't have buyback, but they're going to have God King back, and they got to wonder if he's got the damage to hold on to this. It's not Mega Creeps just yet, but now you're fighting 3v5. No Aegis this time, but the positioning. How do you position yourself? You don't. JT goes in. He brings the fight to them. He's going to blink in. He's got the Hex. He has the damage. I get the kill on LWW as well as Zhao Yu and God King. Everybody gone here for the side of EHOME, and GG will be called as Xtreme Gaming take game number 1 over EHOME.
Xtreme Gaming, very clean execution when it comes down to dodging fights. This is a game where EHOME had 2 Aegises and was not able to capitalize on any of that. Xtreme Gaming dodging fights, going for the right targets, not allowing God King to join most of the time because